Notary Secrets, How to Make More Money Without Working More. During this free webinar, Tiger Toledo reveals how you can attract more clients with cutting-edge ways to market your notary business. You'll learn how to develop the right mindset, how to create passive income as a notary, and about how to start a notary agency. He will also show you how to build a profitable notary business on a shoestring budget. Plus, why it's tougher than ever before to reach prospects, and what you can do about it. The number one skill separating great notaries from their peers. 3 reasons it's hard to learn how to become a successful notary public. And how you can use my SmartNet system to make way more money than you are today. Register today.
Hey there, are you ready to discover how you can achieve your biggest dream? Take just a few minutes out of your time today and you could easily change your life. Don't worry, no experience necessary. Keep on watching this video and you won't regret it.
Documents like a title company, a loan closing, loan modification, cremation, power of attorney, trust, TODI, which is a transfer of death instrument. Oh yeah, we are the people for you. And when you position yourself in that way, you can ask for top dollar because they already know no matter who they call, they can't fulfill that. See, most people, you have to look into the mind of the average customer. Most people think that notaries are sitting in a bank or in a currency exchange just waiting for somebody to walk in and say, hey, I need a document notarized. Until they get a document from a court system or a law firm or wherever, and the bank says, we can't touch this document. We ain't gonna touch it with a 10-foot pole. We don't care how much money you're putting on the table. You're going to have to find a mobile notary service. And that's where we come in. So being a target, or I'd like to, like, if you're going to be like a hotel, you don't want to be Motel 8. You want to be the Ritz-Carlton. I teach you guys how to be the Ritz-Carlton. Thank you for your participation, by the way. So one of the biggest things that I found out that a lot of the notaries are doing is that they're heavily relying on social media. This is not good. This is not good. They have 1 million posts going up on Instagram. They're building up their following on Instagram. They're making videos, all kind of great content, saying, hey, I'm a notary service. You need this done, call me. A lot of your clients are not on social media. I remember there was a news anchor that asked one of the marketing people of Rolls-Royce, hey, how come Rolls-Royce never comes out with a commercial? He said, because our clients don't watch TV. You get that? Our clients don't watch TV. Certain clientele are not on social media like that. They're doing other shit. Okay? So, how many of you guys remember MySpace? Type in 1 if you remember MySpace. Type in 1 if you remember MySpace. Okay, a lot of people remember MySpace. You remember Tom? He had the little dingy little white shirt on, and he was always the one to greet you as soon as you set up your MySpace account, right? Now, what happened to MySpace? Anybody remember what happened to MySpace? I'll tell you what happened to MySpace. Poof. MySpace went up in smokes. MySpace is done. Kaput. Finito. Finish. Burnt. Gone. I'm going to share this real life example with you guys. I had a clothing line at the time called Gullywear. I had about 10,000 followers on MySpace. People were, every time I released a shirt, in a store, people would see the posts and go to the store and purchase it. It was a fantastic media medium for me to sell my clothing line. When MySpace went up in flames like that, I lost all 10,000 followers. Business done. Clothing line business done. Facebook came out. Facebook didn't let you do a lot of stuff. MySpace let you put music, art, all kind of stuff. It was the ultimate website. Facebook was very rigid, tight, and would not let you put a lot of stuff, or you'll get flagged, or you'll go to Facebook jail. Now, let me ask you a question. A lot of the people that are relying on Instagram, what if these guys go up in flames like MySpace? Where does that leave your business? Do you want to leave your business in the other hands of a social media company? Your livelihood, the way you pay your mortgage, your rent, and your car bill, your car payments, you want to leave that in the hands of social media who has no vested interest in you at all? The truth is, these are not your followers. They're the social media followers. They belong to the social media platform. That's why I want you guys to build your own ecosystem. I don't care how long it takes. You have to do this now. Listen.
Hi, my name is Renee Denman, and I am the owner of California Notary Agency. I am telling you a little bit about my experience with the Cashflow Academy. Mr. Toledo and his agency, the U.S. Notary Agency, has been tremendous to my growth and my ability to scale my loan signing service. With that being said, if it wasn't for him, I would not know all of the things that I have, from just his personal coaching, his personal mentoring, and just in general, telling me how to market my business, how to excel, how to leverage, phone scripts, you name it, everything. He had, if it wasn't for himself, his due diligence with me, I would never be where I am now. Let me just give you a sneak peek. $23K a month from just escrow companies from our agency was able to do in the first 6 months of our business. That is just tremendous, and a salute to Mr. Toledo. If it wasn't for him, from just Google My Business, from marketing ourselves to just doing mock calls with escrow companies, how to find notaries, he will tell you everything how to scale your business. So thank you so much, Mr. Toledo, for just investing into Miss Renee. And I applaud you, and I thank you so much. Gratitude. Excellent, excellent, excellent.
Is this microphone on? Is this microphone on? Am I coming in loud and clear? Please type in yes if I'm coming in loud and clear. If this is super, super, super imperative here, because I see too many businesses go up in smoke, and I don't want to see that happen to you guys. It happened to me. It crippled me. All the money that I had into my clothing line, it got shut down overnight. Lost everything. Had to go back to work. Facebook. Before you can open an account at Facebook, they want your email. You want to watch videos and stuff like that and create your own account? You better give them your email. Instagram. Same thing. Snapchat, TikTok, Pinterest, LinkedIn. They all want your email. MySpace. The first thing you had to do before you started a MySpace, you had to give them your email. Ralph Lauren, Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Hennessy, Nike, Ralph Lauren. They all want your email. You know why? Do you know that you're more likely to keep your email much longer than you are to keep your own phone number? You may go through 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 phone numbers, but that email that you had in your freshman year of college or your senior year at high school, you still have that damn email. You see the long-term game they're playing? This is a long-term game. And you might not even be in that business anymore, and you switch it up on them. But you still have that ecosystem where you can market to them. Say, hey, I used to be a notary, but now I am a chef. And now I want to show people how to cook. Come along with me. Because people already loved your content and all the stuff that you've been sharing all this time and how you've been a great service already. Now you have people that are interested in seeing how you do your chef class and how you cook different meals, or how you prepare a brisket and a steak and vegetables and stuff. That's why that's so important. That's why it's so important that you build your own ecosystem. So if you guys do not have an email provider, you guys got to find one. MailChimp. I use a company called Aweber. You can check them out. I love them. I've been using them for the last seven to 10 years now. There's a lot of them. Active Campaign. There's a whole bunch of them. Some of them are free. Some of them you have to pay for. But you have to do this shit now. You have to do it now. You could thank me later. You'll thank me later for sure. So here's what the sales funnel, this is what you're supposed to do with social media. It's called media for a reason. Remember, I come from a media background, sales and marketing media from the music industry. Your goal in social media is to do this. You go to Facebook and you scrape and you scoop up a bunch of people and bring them into your ecosystem. You go to YouTube, you go to Google, you go to Twitter, you go to Instagram, and you get people interested and say, hey, you want to learn more? Or would you like $10 off your next traveling notary appointment? Go to this link here to get your free coupon. They go to your, what they call a landing page, and then you get their information. You see how Ralph Lauren did it? It was real simple. It was just like, hey, just give us your email. Boom. Now you're getting people's information. You can even ask them for, give us your name, phone number, and then your email address. Now, once that information comes through, you can literally call them back, or you can send them an email or a text. Remember, this is the technology age. This one form of communication is over with now. You have multiple ways of communicating with people now. Phone, email, text. You send them a message, say, hey, here's your coupon code. What type of document are you looking to get? Power of attorney? Great. Here's the $10 off. It's normally $178.97. With your coupon is $168.97. You can go here to book your appointment. Boom. You just turned a lead, a follower from Facebook or Instagram. You scoop them up and then you drop them into your own sales funnel. And now you have now created a situation where you can make money off of your followers that rock with you. That makes sense? But you have to take your time. Don't, how can I say, man? Like, be aggressively patient. Aggressively patient. Like, you move forward, but don't beat yourself up. I don't want you beating yourself, because this shit you ain't got to build a multi-million-dollar business overnight. I don't sell get quick rich schemes. That's not what I do here. So burgers and bullshit, I want to run this by you real quick, because there's a lot of misnomers that's circulating this industry, which is 100% bull crap. So burgers and bullshit. The money is in the real estate loan closing. Yeah, there's money in real estate loan closing, but that isn't the only way. I make 90% of my income through specialty notarizations, which is like business notarizations, personal notarizations like power of attorney, trust, transfer of death instruments, cremation. Then of course, yeah, you can make money off the real estate, but real estate isn't the only way to do it. For those that don't do loan closing and stuff, there's a lot that goes along with that. One, you're probably exchanging a lot of phone calls and emails, correspondence with the title and escrow company. That's one. Two, after you get the documents, you're going to have to do your prep work where you're literally taking your little yellow tab, your little yellow, pink, and green tabs, and you're marking where the person is supposed to. So that's prep work right there. After the prep work is done, then you drive. That's an additional time on there, right? You're going to drive to the client. Then you're going to wind up spending, if you know what you're doing, you'll be in and out of that place in like 30 to 45 minutes. If you don't know what you're doing, you're probably going to be with that client for about an hour, hour and a half. So that's another, like two and a half hours with one client for real estate loan closing. After you do that, you're going to have to scan the documents because they want scan backs. After the scan backs
Hey guys, my name is Ishmael. I am the owner of Notary Notary Services. I operate a fully mobile notary service here in Massachusetts, and I just wanted to take this time out to show my appreciation for Tiger. I met Tiger less than a year ago, and he's been absolutely amazing. He's been supportive, he's been educating, he's been motivating. So for those of you who are watching this and you are contemplating whether or not you should be following his content or putting anything into action, I highly recommend his services. I highly recommend his books. I have one right here, The Rise of the Smart Notary. It's an absolute must read for every new notary. Even if you've been in the notary industry for a while, there's so many things in here that you can learn. And what I like about it is how straightforward it is. Now, he's not going to tell you what you want to hear. He's not one of those guys. So I think that's one reason why I gravitate towards him. He's absolutely amazing. Definitely highly recommend him. So if you guys have any questions, just reach out to him. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me as well. And let's get this show on the road. Wish you guys much success.
I have to do assignments for cheap to gain experience first. Now, I have to elaborate on this because a lot of notaries are doing this, especially you baby fresh guys. I don't want you guys to get caught up in this trap. Let me explain what a scenario with this here. A client calls you and says, hey, I need to get a quick claim deed done. Okay, Mr. John, I'll do a quick claim deed for you. That'll be $49, right? You gotta charge the person $49. Now you have to drive to the client's house. You have to spend time and notarize the document, right? And then you have to drive back home. Now, because you're a newbie and maybe you've never done a quick claim deed before, the chances of you making a mistake is like 95%, right? There's a 95% probability that you're going to make a mistake. You already spent gas money to go to the client's house and your time. Took you 30 minutes to go there. Maybe, let's say, another 15 minutes to notarize the documents and another 30 minutes to drive back home. Right? So we have an hour and 15 minutes. Client calls you back 2 days later. Hey, I tried to take the quick claim deed to the Cook County Recorder of Deeds. They said there was an error on here. I need you to come back out and notarize the document. Guess what? You can't charge that client again because that is your error. Right? So now that $50, that $49 that you charged that person, now you have to drive back over to that client's house, which is 30 minutes, spend another 15 minutes to fix that problem, and then drive another 30 minutes back home, which is another hour and 15 minutes. So now you just spent 2 hours and 30 minutes at one client's house for 49 goddamn dollars. Did that make sense? Did my numbers add up? So what you don't want to do is charge cheap. You want to get paid for your training. If you know there's a possibility that you are going to make a mistake on the document, okay. How you doing, John? You need a quick claim deed? Not a problem. It's going to be $149. Okay, great. Come on out. Remember, same scenario now. Drive to the client's house, 30 minutes, 15 minutes to notarize, 30 minutes. You spend an hour and 15 minutes to notarize that document. John calls you back and said, there's a mistake. You really don't care now because you have enough of a cushion. You have enough profit in the deal where you can literally go to John's house 2 more times and take care of them with impeccable service. How do you think your attitude is going to be knowing that you're losing money going back to that client's house? You're gonna probably have a screw face, a frown face. You're gonna come in, your energy is gonna be all sour and shit, and you're gonna like treat John like it's his fault. Why? Because you didn't charge enough. But if you charge accordingly and you give yourself a nice cushion in case there is a mistake, you go back to John's house with the biggest smile on your face. Hey, John, I'm sorry things didn't work out the first time, but let's see what's going on. Now you're learning from the mistake that you just made, and you still have a nice profit. So don't do this. Do not do assignments for cheap to gain experience. I know a lot of notaries that do that, and they're getting burnt out and they're not making any money. Okay. People won't agree to pay the high price. That's absolutely false. Tech, one of my colleagues, he made $1,200 on one assignment. $1,200. The way he did that was the guy was doing construction. He was doing a private notarization, right? A specialty notarization for business. The guy needed to pass, he needed to get documents for the city. He had 120 documents that he needed notarized. Tech charged him $10 per document. Now, if it was only like 5 documents, he would have charged him like $100 and something. But because the guy had 120 documents, he charged him $10 per document, which made him $1,200 in one sitting. So don't force your buying habits onto your customer. Just because you won't buy a Louis Vuitton purse or Burberry coat or whatever because it's too expensive, don't force your buying habits onto your clients.
Hey, my name is Ben Brown. And let me tell you why I'm so glad to have found Tiger Toledo, the cash flow notary coach. His guidance has helped me more than words can express in this business. And matter of fact, let's put it this way. Before joining his coaching program called the Notary Cash Flow Academy, I had no idea what I was doing and was absolutely terrified at the thought of putting myself out there in front of the general public as a mobile notary. But his help completely transformed my business and helped me get more jobs as a notary than I ever would have imagined. Matter of fact, there's even been a couple of times where I was uncertain about a document, and I was able to call Tiger and say, hey, here's what I'm seeing, and he walked me through it right there on the spot. So I just want to say thanks, Tiger, for all of your help. It means more to me than I can ever express. And to anyone who may be on the fence about purchasing any of Tiger's products, do yourself a favor and get them. You won't be disappointed.
I can only make 6 figures if I run every single appointment. Unless you like burnout. I don't know if anybody here ever went through burnout, but unless you like burnout, go ahead and run every single goddamn appointment that you get. Now you're literally trading time for dollars. I don't recommend it. God gave you a brain, which is the most magnificent piece of machinery ever known to man. You're going to have to use it. And you're going to have to leverage your time and your expertise to be able, if you get 10 appointments, give yourself...
Thanks for watching. I hope you got a lot from it. Don't forget to click the link below for my special discounted price.